Good day, guys. Hello, folks. People out there listening, tuning in. This is Tom. Welcome to the show. In lack of better terms, lack of better interpretations. Welcome once again. I'm not gone, no. I'm just not here. Well, I'm here now. I don't know for how long though. I haven't been for quite some time, months, I don't know, made any kind of update. And now I make one. And where do I start? Let's hear what's going on. I'm out walking in the rain, and it's a new year now. Feels kind of good, to be honest, leaving that Christmas stuff behind and go to brighter times. It is at least nice to move towards spring, because here it's just, this season is just, it's just too much rain. And but anyway, for those who don't know, check out my book. It's out now since last year. You find it on different places. Probably you can go to my channel's header, the post there. You can see how you can find it. It's The Way of the INFP is the title of that book, and I guess it's been quite well received. Not obviously self-published, then it's not going to really reach out too much, so it's a bit of a hidden book in many ways. So whoever found interest learning about the INFP, who is an INFP and want another INFP's perspective, and either way, if you're an INFP or not, is not really the main importance here, since if you find interest about whatever I do, or the INFP's philosophy on life, for example, you have something to learn there, I guess. It's 14 chapters, and I talk on a lot of subjective matters or topics. So yeah, just go type in on the search engine, I guess, The Way of the INFP book, and see what shows up. So now I'm thinking about a few topics here. Why do I actually make this update? I don't feel any recent importance in making this anymore. I've had moments when I actually did go out and I made an episode like now, and I ended up I ended up deleting it, or I ended up not posting it, something like that, because I just feel what is actually the point? It doesn't really matter. But if it does matter to some, obviously, nice, but that's not my point. My meaning of doing it now, for example, is just I need somewhere to just ventilate, I guess. It's there are those moments when you just feel like you just want to check out, and obviously I do that every night. It's so great to sleep well, but it's many things combined, it's the living situation, it's what you're doing, it's where you see yourself, or how your daily life is, and sometimes even you think about finance, or many components that sometimes making you feel, I don't know, you get torn apart. But it's also ridiculous, because I have literally almost everything that I could ever asked for. But I guess INFP personality, in many ways, we want to lift and look under every stone, and we rather like to see that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. But we know from experience that that is not the case. Never. I mean, obviously, I should not say never, but a lot of times, since it's so easy to look like. But that's, I guess, it comes with the curiosity. It comes with having such a genuine interest in many things. And what I want to say is that, yeah, recently I just felt very shattered, stressed. But everybody's stressed, so I have no right in just saying that, I'm so stressed. That just, come on, man, just get into, that's life, you know. But anyway, on the other hand, we all have our stuff what's going on, and we are all trying to figure out a way to make things better. But I know that one thing, if you are going to chase money as your primary what should I call it? As your primary meaning in life, you are going to be a sorry mother, you know. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I just make that an illusion that if I'm going to have or save this much this month, or I'm going to be able to invest in this much this month, or however, you know, it's kind of a way of fooling ourselves. But I'm not to say that I'm like that. To some degree, I guess we all are. But especially during these times, when everything is ridiculously high, and you just look about, for example, moving and living somewhere, and you just realize how it's going to eat basically your whole paycheck, for example. What is that? Imagine you have this X amount of money coming in, and you have to pay X amount of money out, and in the end, what do you have left? You don't have anything left for the month, for example. Imagine that. You're just paying to some. I just heard from a friend, or about a friend, that he recently gone through some bad situation, without going into detail, and apparently the landlord came there and now just suddenly decided we will have to increase, or they wanted to move him out, or them out, and they wanted to stay, or he wanted to stay, and now the landlord figured out that they need to increase their rent with 50%, because everybody else is doing it because of this bubble, you know, everything getting more pricey, and same with rents. So that just shows the greed, you know. Everybody's jumping on. You see what you get in the grocery store, for example. Does this product really need to increase as well? No, everybody's just jumping on this train, and it shows where we're heading, you know. I'm afraid it's going to be very difficult times coming. It already is for a lot of people, but I think it's going to be even harder, and more people will have it more difficult. It just shows. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into this because this is too complex and it's too big of a question to just talk about now, when I'm just doing a brief ventilation, but basically about the technological revolution and development which is coming now, and together with increased prices in whatever you look at, basically. So yeah, regards to that, just as an end note, basically just lay low and don't do any purchases, and not try to be driven by having money, just making more. Of course, we gotta make more to be able to sustain, but it's not sustainable. That's the thing. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, exactly. In not chasing, not having like making money as your primary meaning. now we're going into something which is actually discussed in my book, but also is something that I research a lot. Another turn on the light here in the park, which was very welcoming. So dark and raining here. I don't know if you can hear the rain on my umbrella. I got a new good umbrella since yesterday, which is like the only thing that I will buy this month, because it's just been a lot of expenses for me, travels and stuff. And yeah, but yeah, what you have to have in life to feel meaning, what I found, is something greater and something more mythical than just your daily deeds, if you wish. There needs to be some idealization of what you see and visualize for the future. You know, that kind of meaning is sometimes hard to put the finger on. At least it's been for me for many years, and it still is to some degree, because I question literally, is this right for me that I want to do? Or is this right that I am doing now? Are these things really meaningful that I'm working with or whatnot? And we find meaning in what we do, I guess, but really what it gets down to is having something greater that will not result in just something about greed. But then someone can obviously say that, aha, so you have this great idea of you doing this. Isn't that your ego saying that? Or isn't that your greed? But what can I say? This is just who I am, and these are the things that coming from some place which I have difficult to explain, but it is some kind of maybe spiritual aspect to it, that I want to go this path with myself. It's like a gift from me. So that's what I'm been searching many years, and I have this thing now, but I still question it, like, how can I do it, how can I make it happen, how do I want to do it, why should I do it, and all these questions. And sometimes I just not able to answer them all, but I have a few things that I feel important to me, and I'm living by them, and I'm moving forward for them, and not because of having kind of a greed about it, that I'm gonna start this business because that business is going to just give me this position or whatever. I'm thinking security wise also, of course. We need to build, that's just the end of the line, you know, that's the bottom line. You gotta do something which contributes individual stability and security for yourself, but also as it's giving to somebody else, it returns something to you. And I think that's what everybody should do. Everybody should do something which is a gift from themselves towards something greater than just themselves, and they can be the medium of it. But once it's finished, you have no saying other than you were the medium creating it. But of course, maybe that's what's called artist, but I don't like that term. I have a difficult time with the artist's name, the term artists. But it's fine, anybody can call themselves that. Maybe that's the point also, everybody just calling themselves stuff without actually backing something up. But I don't look down on anybody because of that. We all have our reasons